Are these both Tataru's Grand Endeavour?
Why, hello there! Your arrival could not have been more timely. Mistress Tataru has but just left instructions for another batch of deliveries. She sends her regards, of course. Today she is in Idleshire for business with Rowena's House of Splendors, and tomorrow will no doubt find her in some far-flung corner of the realm. But we mustn't be outdone, Zordia. This time our samples are destined for 2 organizations in Quarthus, an arrangement made possible by none other than Master Sicard. He contacted his dear friend, Lord Emmanuelaine de Forteau.
I love that they're dear friends. Why do I ship it?
Lord Emmanuelaine de Forteau, who was kind enough to spread word of the boutique to his own contacts across Ishgard. It hardly took any time for the first letter of interest to reach us. And once these samples have been delivered, that interest will be piqued to a passion. Or so I have been assured. Lord Emmanuelaine has insisted that he will take care of all the particulars and bid me convey with enthusiasm that he looks forward to accompanying you on the deliveries.
Oh, we're gonna go with Emmanuelaine too?
Now then, regarding the secret mission of ours.
Secret? I don't remember what the first part of this quest was.
A gorgeous sapphire, is it not? It will make a beautiful necklace once restored, a keepsake of not only Mr. Tataru's mother, but that of her many friends and allies from across the realm. I am confident that someone of your experience has a most discerning eye for mementos. Bring back anything you think will make a worthy addition.
Okay. Can do. Oh, that's right, we're getting something for Tataru.
And with that, I will leave these samples in your capable hands and eagerly await your safe return.
Okay. I got you. Yo!
Zordia, old girl, 'tis good to see a rosy glow in your cheeks considering that dreadful business, the imminent destruction of mankind, and the end of times and whatnot.
Don't call me old girl.
Yes, indeed, who better to distribute exquisite arms and accoutrements than a bona fide hero such as yourself? Well, I have 2 parties with simply ravenous interest in your products, dear lady. The first of whom so happens to be rather exquisite herself, my dearest Lady Lanai.
I just know that a lot of these letters you don't say. So I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Be so good as to precede me to the Rose House. I shall be along promptly, of course, just as soon as I'm coiffed and powdered.
Oh, he does it with his hand.
Thank you for personally making the trip. I know your obligations are many. Truth be told, your arrival could scarce have been better timing. While our erstwhile troubled relations with the Vanu improved by the day, we have been forced to reconsider our current munitions due to recent incidents of... I have come, my darling blossom. Behold, Emmanuelaine the executioner, here to smite your foes with ruthless ardor. Well, I strike a rather smashing silhouette, do I not? Why, Sicard could not have found a better man to gift these samples to. Surely such splendid armor could be put to better use than fashion Lord Emmanuelaine. Could I not prevail upon your better senses to relinquish that gear to those who might appreciate its practicality? For far be it from me to deny any request of yours, Lady Lanai. Only I must confess that I may have slightly exaggerated Sicard's, generosity in the matter of gifting these. Ah, you mean to say you borrowed them, no doubt without his knowledge or consent?
Damn.
And why should I have expected otherwise? Friends may forgive, but it bears repeating that your clients deserve at least a modicum of professionalism. You do have other clients, don't you? Of course I have, and of no little celebrity at that. You remember the Red Bills, of course?
Who were the Red Bills again?
Oh! Wait! We're bringing them back in? Oh, shoot. The Sky Pirates. That an experienced adventurer should know them hardly surprises me. Perhaps a privileged son of House Forto come to make their direct acquaintance. 'Twas a happy coincidence of ale and circumstance, I assure you. As Zordia here can attest, an unbiased range of social contacts is the essential arsenal of not just adventurers, but any gentleman of consequence, or lady of consequence, as it were. Unbiased is all very well, but sky pirates are precisely the problem I was speaking of earlier, Zordia, before we were interrupted. Recently, self-proclaimed sky pirates had been marauding trading vessels with troubling audacity. Even the Skyseal manufactory has reported stolen property at the hands of these ruffians. Troubling news indeed, though I cannot imagine fellows as amicable as our Red Bills could be responsible. Still, if we should hear aught of it, I shall send word directly. Now then, Zordia, off we trot to the infamous Parok. I have been told to seek out a certain red standard upon cold wind. How the pulse quickens!
And there he goes. Is he gonna beckon me? Oh no. He shrugged at me! Why, am I taking too long? Oh, we are really close.
This looks rather promising, wouldn't you say? I leave the rest to your uncanny sense of direction, old girl. To the Parok we go!
I haven't been here in ages. Wow.
Well. If you ain't the very picture of health, Zordia, saving the star from a complete annihilation didn't tax you over much then, eh? Let me guess, it was not compared to all the bowing and scraping required of the mercantile genteel. Don't tell me this dandy is what wooed you from the life with sweet nothings of financial comfort. Leofard, my good man, you know as well as I that the only one wooing Zordia into anything is yourself. Don't think your interest in our mutual friend here escaped my notice. Your aim all along was less about armaments than it was an audience with Zordia, was it not? Heh, not bad for a dandy. I might have had me sights on a touchin' reunion between Zordia and myself, but that's not to say I won't be needing those samples. See, I have a job that could right benefit from both your keen sense and those pieces you've brought me. So long as they're half the quality of what Emanueline was showing off in the alehouse, anyway. I can count on your participation, yes? You'll be duly compensated, of course, just name your price. Parts of a necklace for Tataru herself, eh? I'd have preferred something you might make use of. But far be it from me to dictate what a woman does with her booty. If that's your recompense, I'll see what I can do. Now that we have you on board, allow me to elaborate. It seems another band of petty thieves has been masquerading as sky pirates and harrying honest traders as of late. So you've heard of them? Aye, these so-called monstrous cockatoos don't exactly strike fear to the heart of man, but they're being a right nuisance, and now they've gone and made things personal. You remember the Rye Mill, don't you? The captain's old airship? Well, after what happened in Dunscaith, we've been commissioning the finest airship parts from across the realm for the construction of her successor. Only to have those cockapert nincompoops pillage the very Skyseal manufactory vessel that was carrying our precious cargo. The nerve of some people, eh? Makes me mouth water. Of course, once the cockatoos realized whose property they pilfered, they flew into a panic and holed up in Idleshire after stashing the goods somewhere. This is where you and your samples come in. We want you to take Leofard and... Before you spill the rest, Stasia, let's make sure our friend here is up for a spot of fowling. How about it then?
My mercantile genteel is at your service. I have been craving game bird lately.
Yes, yatta!
Heh, I knew I was right to call you. Those downy ducklings won't know what plucked them.
Oh my gosh, Keatsith! Quite so. With Zordia returning and our crew complete, victory over these ne'er-do-wells is most certainly assured. By the by, would you have any terrible objections if I informed the Rose Knights of your designs upon these charlatans? The Knights are affiliated with House Helionar, as you see, and thus have particular interest in recovering the contents of the Skyseal vessel. I know my the most capable Lady Lene simply will not rest until she has brought these scoundrels to justice. Can't say it's an alliance I've ever considered, but so long as I can get all the cockatoo I'm due, our knights most thorny are welcome to catch and cage as they see fit. Splendid! Lady Lene shall be very glad to hear of it.
Overjoyed even. Yes! She may simply be unable to contain her unbounded delight. I must away. Oh my gosh, Emmanuel. Not awaiting us in Idleshire, but danger and subterfuge. But such is more tempting in our ilk than lovely knights, eh? Let's be off. I'll explain the rest of our gambit once we get there. This is cool that we're bringing them all back.
Between Leofard hoarding all the shiny baubles and Kate Sith coveting all the maps and scrolls, the Red Bills ain't been selling much in the way of treasure lately. To be frank, we're flat broke. Sure, restoring the good name of Sky Pirates is a matter of pride, but we simply can't afford to lose those airship parts. I, for one, am most indignant by how well he looks.
Leofard looking good, okay. Who's the dandy now, you ask? I reckon my reputation precedes me in these parts, and the legendary Red Bill Leofard ain't known for togs like these. No, I could get used to this, comfortable, practical, and with a sense of style to boot. Ain't often you find that holy triad in battle gear, quite the line you're touting. Which brings us to your role in my master plan. While it ain't easy laying low in a motley place like Idleshire, these cock-a-hoop cowards have been managing it well enough. So to lure 'em out, we're gonna go in to spread savory rumors of a black market merchant looking to fence fine contraband for even a finer coin. That's you. Just strike up a chat with any adventurers or peddlers that seem like to share hearsay. I'll be playing your handsome bodyguard, so rest assured I've got your back, mistress.
I've taken the liberty of preparing your guise. It ain't as flattering as Leofard's, but you should fit the part nicely in this.
Leofard's now accompanying you. Oh? What? We get time with Leofard? What? Well, hello, Leofard. I was not expecting this. This gear fits me surer than a glove. I only wish I could wear me own scarf with it. How each Red Bill wears their scarf is their business. Whether they sport it outright or keep it tucked away has no bearing on their rank or allegiance. I don't ask on principle, but I'll admit that I'm dreadfully curious as to where you keep yours.
Contrabands? Well, I do know of some sky pirates new to town, and just the other day overheard them discussing their latest windfall.
Ah, yes, just the sort of enterprising folk we're looking for. You think you could help us pin them down?
I'll do what I can, but I'm no stranger to sky pirates, so I'll ask around.
Oh, damn it. I'm inside Leofard. A merchant yourself, are ye? Perhaps I'm overstepping, but consider this friendly advice. Seeking out sky pirates dressed in such stereotypical garb is akin to dangling a sign around your neck reading, "Purge my purse." Oh, the righteous Red Bills may pity you, dear lady, but few else. Righteous? Righteous ain't never been to me liking, mate. I just can't abide them reprobates what don't honor the creed of sky pirating. Or so you can imagine Red Bill Leofard might say, eh? Not that it's any matter of ours. Anyhow, should you find someone looking to offload, dubiously obtained merchandise, send them our way, will ya? If you insist, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Yes, Gary ain't got to such sky stealers. Sky stealers come to claim busy of Craftforge, but bring no trinkets for a jiggly shine. Great laugh joke for Gary merchants. Sky stealers leave with grunt face. Gary does not understand why uplanders wish to trade tongue flaps with grunty face stealers, but happy to hand lend for more laugh jokes.
Much obliged. If all goes to plan, we'll have you laugh joking over their sorry hides for summers to come.
Great happiness! For goodly uplanders, Gary shares one more laugh joke. Sky stealers right cried about calling strong friend, as they say, run. Friend may be strong, but sky stealers' brain cases are still airy light.
So, are we the talk of the town yet?
As far as I can tell, you're strong contenders, perhaps second only to rumors about a mysterious intimidator who's cast their lot in with the cockatoos.
Only natural that those sniveling whelps hired a browbeater. But what thick head willingly courts the rancor of the Red Bill Leofard? Well, I suppose a few names come to mind, but no matter. Our plan proceeds as discussed. Let's take to the streets and wait for our clients to come crawling, eh? Whoa there! Are you the traders looking to chaffer with the monstrous cockatoos? Schaefer? With scrags like you, Fury and me, I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Yo, that voice, Red Bull Leofard! As you live and breathe, not for long though, if you don't hand over what you and your dicky bird stole. Bluster all you'd like, Red Bill, but you ain't getting the better of us this time. We're treated with a sky pirate that'll crush you to pumice. Who? And there you were thinking, this would be ever so simple, were you not, my dear Leofard? Oh, is it her? Is she back? There she is! Oh my gosh, I thought she died. Whatever happened to her? Not in the slightest. I was thinking surely Radlia and her talons would never sink so low as to become lackeys to a lackey, but here you are. Might even start to pity you.
And that is where you consistently underestimate me, Red Bill. I would stop at nothing to realize my desires. Or were the sweet memories we made together in Dunscape not enough to convince you of that? But I suppose I might be willing to overlook your stubborn indifference and return those stolen airship parts you so desperately seek, if you would but call me your captain.
Bruh. How about no? Completing that airship means more to me than you'll ever understand. I ain't leaving here without me stolen goods. If they're worth recovering, that is. You there, Cockalorum, you didn't leave that plundering in wild, wind-expected territory, did you? Of course you did. Heads as empty as a toss parts tankard. Those airship parts are embedded with highly calibrated corrupted crystals. Put them in any contact with wind sprites and they're no better than glorified scraps. Wait a moment, he said contact, didn't he? How many wind sprites go contact in the rock formations on Provenance, eh? It'll be fine. Utata, you've got your hands on an airship, yes? Take her to Provenance and go pick up our stolen goods. Some genius hid them under a rock. You were bluffing? Obviously, don't make me doubt your intelligence, Radlia. One airship needs parts that can't handle a little wind. Facts. Doubt what you like, Leofard. I hardly need bloody airship bits to beat you into submission. Finally, it's beating time. They're gonna be like, shoot, it's the Warrior of Light. Zordia! Did you say Zordia as in the Zordia Doom? Since when was she a friend of the Red Bills? Seems I'm not the only one whose name is worth something in these parts. I'm still prettier, though. Okay, I'll give you that. Well then, sweet cockatoos, let's get about cutting you up into cocka-3s and 4s, shall we? Red Bill by himself is one thing, but Zordia is something else. Ain't nothing for it, lads. Run! Flee for your lives! So much for monstrous. Let's leave him to the garrison. Ain't enough meat on their shivering bones to warrant the chase. Rodlia, I reckon this was a little more than a diversion to you, but surely you didn't think I'd fold to such a weak hand. All the more pity that you assumed those airship parts were the only pieces of value taken from me and mine. But no matter, it's time to make your allegiances clear. If you and your talents intend to continue this farce, then we'll have it out, here and now. Well,
it seems I misjudged my prospects. I had thought those simpletons might amount to more than sniveling turntails, but I have neither loyalty nor affection for a useless cockatoo. I suppose I shall have to content myself with this reunion in itself, but you will need more than clever bluffs to evade me next time. Of that you may be certain. We were standing by in case you needed help, but I'm glad it didn't come to fisticuffs. Sounds like it's only a matter of time before Radlia tries her luck again, and gods only know what she has in mind. While sky pirating may prove profitable, villainy shall not. May the cockatoos ne'er forget the lessons learned this day. Those were some fine samples without question, but nothing beats wearing me own rags again. Go ahead to the Parrock and wait for us in my chambers. We'll be along once we've spoken with our knights most thorny. Yo, the fact that we go back here is amazing. And the music! Oh my gosh! Hell yeah.
Well, Utata says all stolen property is accounted for, and the finishing touches on our airship proceed apace.
And according to the Rose Knights, the cockatoos will be shipped off to the Diadem, where they can enjoy volunteering their services for the betterment of mankind. Speaking of which, Captain, what is to become of the miscellanea discovered from the cockatoo's hoard? I'm sure House Halinar will lay claim to their possessions, but as for their appurtenances of origins unknown...
Worry not, puss. I don't pocket any jiggum-bobs. Jiggum-bob, I find, like some petty foister, will track down their rightful places soon enough, if my prediction holds.
Zordia, is that you?
Oh gosh, Tataru.
It is, and you look quite as surprised as I feel. To think we'd meet here among the clouds and sky pirates. I was just finishing up my affairs in Idleshire when you should come asking for me, but who should come asking for me but Redbill Leofard? Quite the thrilling twist to my day, I'll have you know.
How did Emanueline put it? She's got her fingers in more pies than a high street baker. When I got wind she was in Idleshire, it felt like snubbing fate not to enlist her expertise.
Well, I'm exceedingly glad you did, for I've returned triumphant. Allow me to present the famous traveling portraitist, Durmer. Portraitist? But of course, among the recovered items were a number of singularly beautiful paintings.
Oh, I am relieved to hear it. When I learned which vessel had fallen prey to sky pirates, I thought those pieces would be lost forever.
So you are yet another victim of the monstrous cockatoos. Still, a personal summons to the park seems like the sort of social nicety to which the captain is normally intolerant.
I believe my presence here may have another purpose entirely. You see, Leofard and I are old acquaintances. He commissioned me to paint that portrait, in fact.
Aww.
My beautiful daughter, Rimele. She looks perfectly at home here.
Oh. Beautiful daughter? Aye, Dermer is father to Lady Ramil, the gentlewoman who cared for Leofard as a lad. He abdicated all family affairs to his son when he became a practice artist, but he's still a lord in lineage. You mean to say that the renowned portraitist Dermer is not only your grandfather, but a former lord as well? Oh, you must forgive my blithe introduction from earlier.
Not to forgive, Mistress Taru. On the contrary, I'm indebted to you for tracking him down so quickly. Thanks to you, this can happen just as I'd hoped it might. Construction's about finished on our new airship, and I wanted you here when I christened her. The Ramil will fly again.
Aww.
I'm pretty sure I'm butchering her name. My dear boy, celebrating your mother's life with you continues to be my greatest honor. When you hung her portrait here, when you named your first ship, I could see the vestiges of her love shining in your countenance then, just as it is now. I only hope you continue to realize her greatest wish for you, to live as free and unfettered as the sky itself. I know she would be very proud.
Aww.
A bit like herding corals, ain't it? Getting us adventuring types all in one room. But well, worth the effort, I'd say. Moments like these are meant to be shared. Right, I believe we've got a new airship to fly, and the open skies await.
Hey. This is some nice closure to the Sky Pirates bit. Hey, is that the mana cutter?
Now this is an airship. With how she handles, I could fly to the edge of existence and back without so much as a hiccup. Which I hear on good authority, or whatever authority Emmanuel is when he's in his cups, you have literally done.
Yes, I have.
I reckon I've never been such equal parts awed and envious. Though I'll assume me invitation was simply lost by Poostboogle. Aww. Nay, in all candor, I'm certain there are some skies only meant for your eyes, escapades surpassing even my wildest imaginings.
No.
So chart the ends of eternity and horizons filled with peril. Just don't think you've seen the last of what wonders these heavens hold. I'll come find you again before long, Zordia, and I'll bring everything I always promise. That thrilling, heady rush of high adventure.
Hey. It's my mana cutter! It went full circle, yo!
Full circle.
Though farewell may be bitter sorrow, know that it is but fodder for reunions most gay.
No need to get mawkish, Furball. It ain't as if Zordia's dropping off the face of the star, not permanently anyhow.
We'll meet again soon enough, although Kate Sith is liable to mope like a damp kitten till we do.
I expect these parts will be free of half-baked brigands for a time yet. But should you ever find yourself in need of a red bill, don't hesitate to call.
Thank you, 'tis no small comfort knowing our ships may distribute their wares in safety.
As for you, Zordia, we'll be in touch. Hey. We're having a gay reunion? Hell yeah. Are all of them gonna be like this?
Well, that was invigorating. While I'd love nothing more than to catch our collective breath over a cup of tea, business calls me to Ishgard. No rest for the enterprise and talented, as they say. Shall we, Dermer?
Might I persuade you accompany us? I should very much like to hear your adventures. Painting subjects I find personally inspiring is a particular credo of mine, and I dare say you have brushed shoulders with more than a few individuals of note. Thank you for indulging an old man's eccentricities. Now then, perhaps you could begin with the adventures you shared with Leofard and his crewmates. For sure. Can do. Oh?
Leofard intentionally loaded this off in our direction, yes? Whatever could it be?
A show of goodwill from the Red Bills. Whatever it is, Leofard's a man of his word. That's a good wallpaper, bro! Of my character.
How mysterious! But now that I think of it, Leofard did mention sending something along when he asked me to track down Dermer. Well, I would make quite the sight lugging this around to all my meetings, so might I ask you hold on to it for the time being? I trust you not to run off with my share of the reward. A gift from the notorious Red Bills. You know, they're rather a nice sort of sky pirate, don't you think?
A bright and energetic young lady is your employer, Zordia. I hope shepherding me back to Ishgard did not delay her business over long. The tales you shared on the journey here were beyond anything I could have anticipated. Never have I heard such inspiring episodes of daring do. Though I may not know them personally, I find myself fascinated by the individuals you described. The comrades and acquaintances of your journeys. Yes, I believe I shall remain in the capital to paint for a time. Should you desire a portrait, I would happily part with it for the cost of its supplies. Find me here and we can make arrangements.
Welcome back. I just received word from Mr. Tataru. What's this about portraitists and sky pirates?
Explanation.
Red Bill Leofard gave you this for the necklace. Seems to be a leather strap of sorts, and an antiquated one at that. Wait a moment, I recognize this design from my studies. This the relic of the ancient city of Mach. It is said the Machi sorcerers would weave these cords with magics to make them unbreakable. You'd be hard-pressed to find better material for a necklace. Oh, Mistress Tataru will be so delighted. She chatted endlessly about how pleased she was to know the Red Bills and what sort of products might prove useful to our daring new friends. And the Rose Knights have already placed an order for the garrison. So all in all, I believe our latest endeavor was a brilliant success. As always, we shall be on the lookout for new areas of opportunity, so I hope we can count on you to serve as our charming emissary again. In fact, I believe Mr. Satoru will insist upon it. Until next time.
Fire and faith. Purchase portraits? Ooh, okay, I finished.
The world aglow with fire and snow. More wars, more gold. Look how we never change our ways. Is there hope for tomorrow?